Good bogey, good wrong-un. Not unfair to say that Randall didn't pick it.
Yes, it's the googly. Turns a lot. Randall on the back foot, and it, well, all but bowls him. And I think he'll be happy to jig away and pick up a few runs.
Oh, well done. That's a fine catch.
A fine bit of bowling by Imran Khan. Out of the same action, suddenly the extra effort whacked it in short. Tavares behind it, but ball out of control, and the lovely falling catch.
So the breakthrough achieved by Imran Khan, the real strike bowler of this Pakistan side. Abdul Qadir. A bonus of a couple there.
Well, it's a good contest, isn't it? They know that Randall doesn't read the leg spin of the googly, can't pick it, so Randall's trying to knock his way out of that cage of close fielders. Will he pick the right strokes? That's the whole problem at the moment.
Now there's a man being put back a deep backward square. He's waiting for the sweep. Picks up the top edge.
Well, I said pick the right shots. That really was not a great shot, foot nowhere near it, but it worked against the spin.
Lamb didn't face Abdul Qadir in the first innings. He's made a good start on this one. What's needed against a bowler of this type is good footwork.
So over pitch ball, the half volley. He's placed it away all right this time. Through extra cover for 4, and the 4 brings Derek Randall past the 50 mark. 52 on the board now. Received just 71 balls, and including 7 boundaries. He's just had a few problems with the leg spin of Qadir this morning, and faces him again. He's mowed that round through mid-wicket. Not the most elegant shot in the business, but a very effective one this time. Oh, well bowled, that's out. That really came back very sharply. Alan Lamb back on the defensive on the back foot this time. And no question at all there. Morgan Evans' mind, up went the finger in a flash, and that must have knocked out Midland leg. Angled away from him, and he gets away with a thick outside edge all the way along the ground there. So the 100 gets up, those 2 runs to go. Coming up, 33rd over.
No ball called. 4 runs. I doubt if Gower changed the stroke there. He was always going to thump it away past point.
Played off the back foot square. Short outside the off stump. David Gower right across behind it. Fine stroke.
And that's an even better one.
Well, he gave him a little bit of practice the ball before. He's not going to make any mistake with this one. That sounded absolutely super off the bat there.
Got him. Madassa at second slip, and that one lifted alarmingly from a good length. And David Gow, I suspect in the end, was probably trying to get his bat out of the road, but it flew very fast indeed to Madassa on his right hand, and only a moment before he'd been signalling that he was having difficulty picking the ball up in the background. 127 for 3 now. It's a fine shot, but it is a strange field setting to have no mid-on.
And I reckon Mike Gatting picked the googly then. Got his foot close to the ball, cracked it straight. What a fine way to get off the mark.
Go on. Tahir has picked up Mike Gatting's wicket with what looked to be an away swinger.
And I suspect this one a little bit of a wide delivery. Yes, it did absolutely nothing. Mike Gatting driving at it from a long way away. And we'll probably see it a little bit better from the City end, how wide this delivery was. And really, the only thing you can say is that it wasn't a terribly good shot.
Tahir Naqash to bowl to Ian Botham, and Imran Khan's mind will be flitting from possibility to possibility now. Does he come back on himself and have a go at Botham? Here's Tahir. Very close, closer than that. It's out first ball, and Tahir for Pakistan is the hero. 4 wickets to Tahir Naqash in an extraordinary display of medium pace bowling here this morning, and England in disarray at 137 for 5.
And we can see very clearly from the City end, it's just fired in, and I reckon probably would have hit just inside the leg stump.
No need for Imran Khan to worry about coming on to bowl to Ian Botham now. Tahir's done the job. 3 slips gully, setting it off, and short forward square. Change in the field there. Mohsin Khan has come to a second short point. Square with the wicket. Wasim Raj has gone into slip, but it's very wide. Oh, well bowled. Didn't pick that. Just 3 more runs added to take the total up at lunchtime to 143 for 5, but a series of disasters there, and Tahir, the forgotten man of yesterday and of the first innings, has chipped in with 4 wickets. A tremendous performance, and one that he's unlikely to forget. The not-out batsman there, Jeff Miller, who was lucky to survive just before lunch, he's on 2, and Randall, playing an absolute blinder there, is 85 not out, and I should think feeling very, very happy with himself. We pick up play now with the second ball of the 4th over after lunch. Just 3 runs have been added, and Tahir is coming in to bowl to Jeff Miller.
And again he's bowling with a beauty. That one came back, and Miller looking in dismay there. But it was another fine ball, and Miller too committed to the back foot, loses his leg stump.
This is it again. Now you see how the ball comes back so sharply from outside that off stump, and Miller had waited on the back foot for it, and out goes the leg stump.
Beautiful delivery. Perfect leg break, spinning away and beating that forward defensive push.
And what they know from the evidence of the first innings is that Ian Gregg can't pick the leg spinning and googly bowling of Abdul Qadir.
Slightly short, he got in position nicely that time, pushed it away, backward of square, and will be very relieved, I'm sure, to take 3 runs and get it to the other end for a while. So that brings up the 150. 150 on the board for the loss of 6 wickets. It's an adventurous shot, happily for Randall and England, he middled it, but he whacked that away around the mid-wicket from somewhere around about off stump.
Well, it's him or me, Derek Randall says, and not in the coaching book against the spin.
Oh, it's very close, just fractionally away from that off stump.
Well, this really is the leg spinner's art.
That bolt from the end of the line. It's again very smartly played. Got right in position, turned it away. That's 4 very valuable runs for Derek Randall. That's a good time to hit a boundary. It goes from 92 to 96. That's a lovely shot. Nice half volley pitching about late stump. Golden Brink these days, top class batsman. And Greg making no mistake. 3 runs there for him.
Yes, nicely timed, and Tahir straying for this 1 ball.
Well bowled. He's finally struck at last, Qadir, and my word, he's deserved that wicket. So Ian Gregg goes for 7. It's 170 for 7 now. And the forward push, but as Tony Lewis says, he'd forgotten to keep the bat and pad close together. Googly turned insufficient to find that little gap and take the top of the off stump. Dispense of the deep square, he's coming in to save the single, just trying to put this little bit of pressure on a batsman on 99. Oh, what a lovely ball, a long hop is bowled. Oh my word, it couldn't have been better for Derek Randall. Halfway down, at the first bad ball is bowled in a spell, it's hammered away for 4 runs, taking Derek Randall through to a fine 100, 103 out of a total of 175 for 7.
And played on. Randall is gone, and he won't be too pleased about that, because he'll realise later that Eddie Hemmings in fact is playing pretty well at the moment, and that is almost a sacrifice wicket.
And no shot at all, really. Drags it back off the inside edge into the Midland leg.
Wazimbari didn't pick that one, or if he did manage to get into position. All valuable runs for England when you think about the target at which the bowlers will have to aim. .200 up now, and it's amazing how much more healthy that will look to the England dressing room than 199.
So we're pitched and driven very firmly into short extra, covers hands, and Eddie Hemmings goes. So Mansour takes the catch at short extra. It's a second wicket for the spinner Abdul Qadir. The end of a Useful little innings there from Eddie Hemmings, made 19. But it leaves England now on 212 for 9.
And this well-flighted leg spinner, it's up in the air a long time, and it just bounces a little bit as Eddie Hemmings drives, and he hits it straight into Mansour Akhtar's hands at short extra cover.
Well, a shot there from Bob Taylor. He's been sat in the pavilion watching Derek Randall, I think.
And no question here, Bob Taylor picked the googly, foot down the wicket and hit it with the spin.
It's got through again. And in fact, rattle against the boards for 4. Another thick outside edge, laid in both slippers.
Just one more run added to take the tea time score along to 235 for 9. Splendid innings that from Derek Randall, and Eddie Hemmings down the bottom giving fine support before Qadir dismissed him, and Bob Taylor and Bob Willis, a good little partnership that. Up to the tea interval they had put on 23, and there were 23 vital runs as far as England were concerned. 235 for 9. Well, after tea, Bob Taylor and Bob Willis came out from the pavilion, Taylor in the lead, and his captain just behind him, checking everything as any worthwhile number 11 would do. Boots and socks and trousers and shirt, a very valuable protector, and the modern day protective helmet, and the bat. The bat. Well, there's a very quick return to the pavilion, and a slightly embarrassed one too from Bob Willis, a bit of chiaking from the crowd, and a quick exit just to go and pick up the cup of tea he's put down. Out again, quick check to see that his name is on the bottom of the bat, and a heartfelt thank you up there for the little reminder. The only person I've ever seen do that before was Harry Seacombe. It was one of the funniest things I've ever seen, but Harry Seacombe did it on purpose. Just a few moments later, Bob Willis was out in the centre, fully kitted out, and facing Abdul Qadir. Thanks, Peter, and it just shows how valuable the bat is. You will have all read the story of the fellow who kicked his way to a great century, the century of a lifetime. But Bob Willis is never likely to be able to do that. Good blow straight after tea. And Willis now goes to 12. Safely away. This England lead now is creeping up towards the 300 mark. I wouldn't imagine they can make that, but every run is priceless at the moment. Every run for and against as far as Pakistan are concerned. Dropped him. Can't believe that anyone can be expected to catch anything in that close.
Well, he's a bit close and also falling inwards, and it was a firm prod of the ball by Bob Taylor.
.250 up.
Second top score to Bob Taylor, and really fighting innings by him after a shaky start against the leg spinner Qadir, but leading England to much safer ground now. Bob Willis again picks this up very quickly indeed, but it is a nasty one, coming from around the wicket, aimed at the body.
This partnership is assuming, well, I was going to say menacing proportions, if you can have that sort of thing with Bob Willis and Bob Taylor, but the runs they're making here might well be the difference between winning and losing the match. 251 for 9. Made 97 against Australia in Adelaide a few years ago, Bob Taylor. There's another half century to his credit against India here on this very ground in, let's say, 3 years ago. Made 40 odd against New Zealand. But not many of those innings will be more valuable than this one. In them, he won't have played very many better shots than that.
Really one of Bob Taylor's favourite shots, always played the square cut well, but that really must be among the most handsome he's ever played. And how well he's played against Imran Khan.
That's a great shot by Bob Taylor. That's the 50 partnership. And what a tremendous effort it's been from these two. Bob Taylor going on to 41, Bob Willis 14. 52 the partnership, and they're only 3 away from equalling the record partnership for the 10th wicket for England against Pakistan. Already this year, Bob Willis has shared in a record 10th wicket stand. That was with Paul Allott for the 10th wicket against India at Lord's. Gentle question that time. Abdul Qadir has been bowling from this end since just on 20 to 12 today. And there's the new record for the 10th wicket, England against Pakistan. What a nice way to bring it up with such a delightful stroke off his toes. Bob Taylor, 2 runs there. Happy to keep the strike against Imran Khan.
And this is the other side of the new ball. When you do hit it, it goes much harder, much faster. And that was well timed by Bob Taylor.
Fairly herring down that first one. He wants a second one, and my word, he's going to get it. A great cheer goes out for Bob Taylor. What a good 50 this has been. Played some good little fighting knocks for England, but never one more valuable than this. 128 balls, 4 fours in his third 50 for England in Test match cricket. And it's all over. Finally, Wasim Raja breaks through. Outside edge, it goes to Qadir at slip.